Hey, NASDOG. Friday, December 5th, 2 days before D-Day. NASDOG, where you get the best dope on the markets. I am Alan Palmer. Let me get my screen going first. Here is a picture of Alan Greenspan, Dave Brennan, chairman of the Board of Trade, Tom Donovan, a politician in Chicago. There's Alan. And this is Ronnie Manister, and I don't know who else it was. It was a great question for me about the GE, the joys of overfunded pensions. All right, let's lead off with silver, okay? So it's Friday morning. We had Thanksgiving, late Thanksgiving, end of the month, weekly settlement price, last month's high, okay? And we went down here, okay? Now we had come here like this, okay? New high by C hair break. They sell it against this top and this top, okay? Because back you're over here, you got a buy stop up here. You sell it short, back under, okay? So say it's, well, anyway, let's go to it right now. Right here, right now. I was kind of nervous down here, okay, because there could be downside risk at any time, okay, at any time. And then here you get to kind of sell a back off. These are all-time highs, okay? So here, let me slap up a sequence here. You want to bet that I had 59.11 and a half. 59.10 is the high. Look at this. This kind of blows. But what I was afraid of, this was on for someone to sell all the silver, all longs, is I was afraid it'd come up 59.50 and take off, okay? But it didn't. So I think my idea today is stick a bid down here if you're looking. Here, look at this, see? You get this little, that's a head and shoulders, okay? Learn that, okay? Well, yeah, it did really here. Played here, played here, played here on the duration of the chart, okay? And then we get back over it, okay? Now it's a violation, and then you come back down to it exactly, okay? Well, anyway, what was this up here? Okay, this is something else I've added. This will just grab the high settlement price. It gets kind of confusing. These are black X's, okay? And it just takes the last three, okay? Oh, four. Here, there's two of them right here, okay? So just the last couple days, or I think it's on the daily, okay? It's just another thing to help you looking at my charts. Okay, so under here, down here, 55 half level, round up. 55, 55, 5. And then we got some support down here, okay? Anything goes, anything goes. This is, now we're starting to look more like, let's put a down level on here. Hang on, let me draw it. Okay, so here what I'm doing is I'm drawing this trend line here, from that bar, which is off, okay, to this bar right here, okay? And what I do is that so that CQG puts the levels, I want to make sure I'm on the low, okay? So we'll watch this one right here, 56.99.80, okay? Okay, I got the wrong ones. How the hell did that work? Look at this. Here it hit. I don't know. You know, is that so? That's weird. I must have had it drawn in a tinier sequence, okay, and then it'll go to a different sequence. Anyway, let's draw it from. This is when see it's grabbing studies and stuff there to this lower one here. Okay, right here. Now this isn't going to help you right now. It would have yesterday. Oh, yes, this was the one we went down. Okay, so here, this is the deal with silver. Either you take it, you're going to, and we're talking for traders that are leveraged, okay? You know, you got 10, 20 Comex on, okay? You know, this is like 2 5-grand swings here just in this little area, okay? But you get down, okay, and you break this, and then you come back in here and it holds support. All right. That's actually a client and and also a guy in that one picture of me on some of these social medias in the pit. I'll look for it later. But anyway, back to silver here. So today, although this, well, 57.85. This is this line right here. Okay. Right here. Or down here again. Or down here again. And you just put a stop under here. If you get stopped out, maybe it's wrong. Or you wait one time frame. Okay. Whatever your time frame is. Okay, if it's a 240 minute, then you got to wait 240 minutes. And the only reason I say that is because we had the same conversation about this with someone else in the NASDAQ. When they blow through the numbers. But this, for day traders, that's a good one. That's a good one. That was yesterday there. Wow, 59.10. What time was this? Last night. 20 is 8, right? And so this is 9 o'clock. Wow. 59.11 and a half, unable. Okay, and I rounded down. That's 14. Okay. So, what do you do? What do? Do you put it down a nickel? You'd have got it. Yeah. And we just ran down to 57.32. Okay. This is delayed. Okay. My stuff goes in live. But it's delayed. So actually here, let's look at a 12-minute just for shits and giggles. Okay, so all this data is correct. Okay, so you absolutely could trade off this. And if you use CQG, you want to get set up, man, I could give you everything. I could give you all these trend lines. Okay, everything's possible. All right, enough of silver. All right, let's have a rhyme or reason to do this today here. This is gold. Okay, so we got the metals first. This is where we are, right here, the green, 42.69. Okay, this is all we got. Okay, but gold has lost its luster. Okay, let's go look at here. You know what? Here, hang on a second here. Let me go like this. Let me go to chart. Look at this. This is how slick CQG is. And let's go to SIEH. Let's go to silver. Okay, this is the high in gold. Okay. And then we rallied, and you saw where we were in gold. We were back down here. We were back at that green. Okay? So now silver blows off. This is when JP Morgan, JPM, okay? These guys, it's no secret, okay? They were the spoofers, okay? And so there was a settlement. They paid a fine. Well, anyway, what's news is last Tuesday here, okay, this was Friday, okay, when it came out, JP Morgan said they're closing their COMEX bullion division, okay, and okay, now remember they were the spoofers. And actually, what happened with silver receipts? If anybody wants to research it or something like that, get a hold of me. I'll tell you what to do. You have to be able to ask the right question, okay? It doesn't matter to me, okay, because I'm a technician here. What is this here? Okay, we got a 7. This is silver on a daily. Here, hang on a second here. Something's... Okay. So we just broke... Jeez Louise, man. We just broke $1.80 and now we're coming back. Okay, it's 7:38 right now. Okay, regarding the Federal Reserve, here, look at this line. Okay, this is a computer. Okay, this is a computer. Okay, here, busts it. We sell it here. We'll sell it that bar. Next bar, all of a sudden it turns tiny bid, but you don't have the buyers. Here you come back, you touch this bar and take off. Okay. That's what it looks like live. Okay. And you don't need to go to the nanoseconds. We can do that. I can tell you how to do that when what you want. When you start out the day, I've got a theory here about you graduate your time frames. If that appeals to you, listen, we'll get together. I'm a human guy. I'm a floor local on the Board of Trade, and I've been down there since 1973 as a runner, the Great Grain Robbery. And, okay, so here we got this neckline here. We closed under it here, tried to get back over here because this was the high earlier, and then we came up, closed under here. Okay, we'll see today here. Okay, we got some things up here. We got some weekly settlements Oh, no, no, no. Maybe these are the dailies. Yeah, these. No, they're not. Okay. Okay, so we have some pivot levels here. See, so you get back under these two, and all of a sudden, here, they try to hold it, and then boom. Okay, now you'll have sellers about here. This was like, Lou Terry from the old Mid-Am. As a matter of fact, I just ran into somebody at the club from the old Mid-Am exchange. So if you ever were at the Mid-Am, get a hold of me. Actually, if you're a lawyer, because the Mid-Am needs to sue the CME because they stole the exchange and paid zero for it. Clearly. Maybe I won't say it. Okay, so if you need anything, ARP at NASDOG. And let me tell you here, my VIP package is $220 a month. You get to deduct it. Or hit me up with some tips or some, like a tip. And on locals. But any of these numbers, if you trade one lots, and these markets are moving, you saw a $1.80 break in silver. Okay, that's almost 10 grand. $2 is 10 grand. $5 is 5,000 ounces. Okay, I'm just saying. Okay, that's 10 grand. Okay, you trade 10 or 20 of those. Okay, then I think you appreciate some of the good levels. ARP at NASDOG.com. Thanks for watching. Always use a risk stop to stop the risk. Trader rule, adage, or excuse. We'll do 2 of them today. It's giveaway Friday. I didn't know the report was coming out. Another reason not to always use stops, actually. Number 2, I forgot to put a stop in. Thanks for watching. Have a lovely day. God bless America. Please.